Come on in the room. Let's see. I like a little filter. No filter. We don't need one today. Hey, welcome. I'm going to take a second for everyone to get in the room. How you doing? How you feeling? I kind of like this one, y'all. I like a little filter. You know, it's real cute. Let's do this one. Why not? Oh, what about this one? No, let's do this one. All right. So, let me see. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good early evening, good day, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. My name is Tiara Charday. I am a spiritual mentor, a goddess guide, certified master life coach, author, CEO, and founder of the Embodying the Goddess Transformation Program, as well as the Pussy Portal Masterclass. Welcome back if you are returning, and hello, nice to meet you if you are new to the channel. So today's message, we gonna get into it, y'all. All right, y'all already know how it go. Some messages have been coming through for a while. This is a message that has been, I've actually been sharing it for some years now, and more things are showing up, and there needs to be a message, right? There needs to be a discussion about it. And some of you know how synchronicities and things show up. They kind of speed up when it's getting to the time for certain things to take place, for certain things to be revealed. So that's basically what this video is going to be. It's going to be confirmation for many of you. Many of you, this is confirmation. This is not news. For others of you, this is the alarm clock. And for others still, this is a warning. So let's get into this message. Okay. So for the past several years, there's been this awareness that there is going to be a new wave of people, awakened people, religious folks. There's going to be a shift to the way things have always been, okay? Give me a thumbs up on the video if you like the video thus far. We're about to get into it. All right, show some love, show some support, okay? Thank you. So there's a need to address the church for many different things. Now, several months ago, I had mentioned a prominent leader of a religious group, right? And then just 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, the video that I just did that's right behind this one, I reminded y'all of that video I did a few months ago about this prolific leader of this organization, this religious organization, right? The day after I did that video, I spoke to a good sis. We had some great conversation. There was confirmation in there for both of us about our individual path, the collective path, the way things were going. And then that next day, I had an experience that I would love to share with you all. And it speaks to what's going on in the church. All right, so let me share. For many of you who are new to my platform, I grew up in the church. I grew up Christian in the church 3 days a week, all of the revivals, you know, the out-of-state events, the out-of-town events, that whole thing, the youth choir, the Sunday school, all of that, right? I was into all of that growing up. So that's where my background is. I had a prophet, a very powerful prophet, come to the church. My mother brought me. I was a little girl. I had to be like 7, 8, or 9 years old. She brought me there. This prophet prophesied for me and told me what my purpose would be and how, you know, things would play out to a certain degree. You know, he told me as much as he knew and as much as he could. There was so many other people waiting to see him. So he told me as much as I could. So I had this understanding of my path for a long time now, right? And I was called out of the church to see the full expanse of the world and God and find what spiritual path really spoke to me, okay? So that's a little bit of backstory about me, so you know a little bit about me if you're just now meeting me, okay? So the other night, the other night, I'm on Clubhouse. It's kind of late at night. And y'all, I love going into the prophetic rooms. I work in the prophetic. I am a prophet. I am an oracle. I've been doing this for a long time, and you have seen hundreds of my videos, literally over 300 of my videos here on YouTube of me doing this, right? You see me doing this. You've booked my services, right? You know this is my background. This is what I do. So on Clubhouse, I was like, ooh, you know, there's a prophetic room on Clubhouse. I want to go in. I want to see what's going on. The people in the room, they were Christian. For me, that didn't bother me. I have no problem with you practicing your beliefs. I just love being in the room. A lot of times in these prophetic rooms, they're saying the dreams that I had. They're saying the visions that I had. And I could be like, yep, that checks out. Yep, that's the dream I had 2 years ago. Yep, I just got the reminder. So I love being in those spaces, right? In this particular room, there were apostles, prophets, pastors, and ministers, evangelists. There was the hierarchy of the church in this Clubhouse room. So many of you know, on my Clubhouse profile, you can find it by clicking on any of the links, maybe to get to my Instagram. You'll see it. It's written there in my Instagram profile. I have everything I do in my Clubhouse profile because I'm not ashamed. This is my purpose. This is what I do. So I had everything listed there, and you know, you can follow me and anything like that. And also for those who are on Clubhouse, you know that when you join a room, you're separated into categories. You're either in the audience, right? You're in followed by speakers, and that means that there's somebody on that stage that follows you. They went into your profile, they read your content, they were like, oh my gosh, he's cool or she's cool, let me follow this person. So when I walked into the prophetic room, the prophetic prayer room, I was in the followed by speakers category. So I'm like, oh, these prophets and apostles and ministers and pastors, they follow me. They know who I am. Oh, I didn't know who they were, and I was clicking on some of their pictures. I wasn't following them. You know, but after being in the room, and you know, in Clubhouse, you only follow people once they say something that resonates with you, right? If you say something intelligent, you say something witty, you really speak to what I'm going through, or you really dropped some jewels, I'm gonna go to your profile, I'm gonna read up on you, I'm gonna decide to follow you. So that's what they did on Clubhouse. So that's what I realized when I went in there, like, oh, they like my stuff. Oh, great, cool. So even more so, I felt comfortable, right? So during this segment, this just happened 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, okay? No, this happened on Tuesday. So, you know, they're going through the room, and there's this apostle there, and I was like, wow, I really like how she talks. She's very, you know, she's communicating well. They were saying prayers for other people. So I'm like, ooh, you know, let me say a couple prayers for these people. You know what? Let me shout them out. Like, yes, sis, I want you to have that new truck. Yes, ma'am, I want your ministry to grow. I think that's amazing. Oh my gosh. You know, all this stuff. So as they're praying, I'm praying for everybody else too, because I'm like, this is amazing. This is great. You know, the other prophets spoke. The other ministers spoke. And like I said, it was aligning with the prophetic messages that I was receiving. And some parts of it, you know, I had a different, I guess, lens or a different look, a different perspective of it, but it was aligning. I was having a great time. You know, yes, they were talking about Jesus and the blood of Christ, and, you know, he died for our sins. You know, that's what they're saying. And I don't necessarily, you know, follow that, but I'm here in this space. I think it's great that you guys, you know what I mean? I'm just like, oh my God, you know, they're praying for each other. This is amazing. So I'm just there in that space, right? So so as I'm there, I'm kind of, you know, I get this thought, hey, I get this thought that like, oh, well, maybe they're gonna have a problem with my profile. And I was like, no, it's fine. Y'all know me. I'm like, no, it's cool. It's not gonna be an issue at all. It's great, right? We're all here. So, you know, I liked I liked what was being spoken so much. I liked what was being shared so much. Hey, y'all, that I went and I gave an offering to the apostle. I gave an offering to her ministry because I'm like, oh man, you know, I really like what she's saying. It looks like she's doing good things. You know, she was giving her testimonies, and I wish her nothing but the best, her and her ministry. So I gave an offering to them. I cash apped her and left a note and said thank you and all this stuff. So that was that. So I was having a great time, right? So then as it's nearing, I feel like, okay, you're up next. And I feel the hesitancy. I feel the energy shift just a touch. And she says my name, you know, she says, and Tiara's next. But her energy was, so you know, in Clubhouse, when you're about to speak to somebody, or when somebody is talking, like I said, you click on their photo, you go to their profile. That's what you do in Clubhouse. You don't not do that, because either way, you want to see who they are. And if you do like their content or what they're saying, you need to follow them. So you're going to go into their profile and look. And then if they have an Instagram, you're going to click on their Instagram and go to their page. And look, yes, you are. That's what you do in Clubhouse. So as she's talking to me, I'm like, oh, she's looking at my profile, because she's like kind of like stop and go. She's like, what did you want prayer for today? So y'all know me. I'm like, yes, hi everyone, good evening. Oh my gosh, I love this room. My name is Tiara Sade, and this is what my prayer is, right? Okay. Like, ooh, baby, all right? So listen, let me slow down. So she's like, so what is your ministry? So I tell her, I was like, well, I work with women, you know, who are dealing with unresolved trauma. We come together, we pray for each other, we write down goals with each other. We are liberating each other from like generational curses and things like that. And so that's what we do, and I'm so excited, right? So I'm like explaining what it is that I do, because I'm like, this is my life. Like, I does this, and I do it for work. My life is my work is my life. So I'm saying it to her, and she's like, okay. You know, her energy is very, very weird. She calls out another prophet to pray. So me, I'm like, okay, I'm settling in. I'm like, well, you know, I could tell they're a little uncomfortable, but whatever, you know. So the other prophet, she just got back to the phone. So she was like, well, who are we talking to? So the first apostle was, you know, she introduced me like, hey, you know, Tiara has this prayer request, and, you know, this is what's going on. So the other apostle was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, oh, her stalling like that, she must have went to my profile as well, because that's what you do on Clubhouse. You like to see who it is that you're talking to. So she was like, so what's your ministry? So I told her again, I'm Tiara Sade. I have this great ministry of women. This is my prayer, right? So she was like, and it's a part of a church? And I said, yes, it is, because it is. Hello, it is. Yes, it is. So she's like, oh, okay. So she starts into the prayer, but it was so hesitant. Like it was so hesitant. It was just like, just so uncomfortable. So the first apostle, whose room it is, she stopped it. She stopped her prayer. She's like, no. She's like, see, because this is the mess that I'm talking about, y'all. So get ready, y'all. So this is what happened, y'all. This is what happened. This is what happened. So she said, no, because this is the mess I'm talking about. They come up in here with that witchcraft, and they try to disrupt what God's doing. So she literally was like, she literally paused. Yo, this prophet in the church dragged me. Yo. She dragged me. Yo, what she was saying to me was so bugged out though. So she was like, yeah, no, because I knew something. That they always coming in. The devil's always trying to come in. Because I just got 2 inboxes about you. And she was Southern, so this is how she was talking, right? I just got 2 inboxes about you. I know you into witchcraft, and you do these circles. You do these unseen circles, and then behind the scenes, behind the scenes circles, and you meet up and y'all do witchcraft. But I know what you are. She said, she's like, suffer a witch to live. Y'all know that suffer a witch to live verse? And I was was like, damn, sis has been watching The Crucible too many times. If she pulled out that verse, like that's a verse. Ooh. Here it go. Yep. Y'all know how it go. When we start talking that shit and breaking these chains, this is what could go down, all right? So she literally said that to me. So I'm still on the stage. Hey, welcome. Sorry if it's glitchy, y'all. So I'm still on the stage. And so what was going on with me? I was just listening. I was like, wow, what a valuable lesson this is. And y'all know me, I view everything as a lesson. This is Plan and Learn a lot. So I didn't take what she was saying to me personal. I took it as this really powerful experience that I needed to learn from. Because I know that in my journey, I am going to run up against the church just off the strength of what my purpose is. Just off the strength of that. Not for me instigating, not for me starting old stuff, not for me disrespecting. Because I wasn't being disrespectful. I was in the mix. I was so happy to be there. I was sending prayers to everybody. I donated to her ministry. I sent a love offering. So you know I'm not coming with any type of weirdness, right? I'm not trying to disrupt anything. But this prophet, this lady went ham on me. And she said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Then she threw me in the audience, right? So I'm still sitting there, I'm just observing. My feelings aren't hurt. Years ago, my feelings would have been hurt by this, y'all. I really would have cried. Several years ago, oh my God, like 10 years ago, it would have hurt my whole entire feelings. But this night, on Tuesday night, I was just observing, like, wow, I literally was just talking about this. That's crazy. Like, look at this. Like, just, and the message was like, just observe, right? So she's still dragging me. And she's like, you know, you do these secret circles and talking about the womb and talking about the womb. Hey, Yvonne, you know she didn't return my donation, sis. She definitely did not. Great question. She did not return the donation, and she won't. And I have more to say about that, too. Thank you. So she was like, yeah, she was dragging me. And I'm like, I'm just there. And she's like, yeah, I told y'all they always trying to disrupt. They trying to disrupt with their witchcraft and their spell work and their secret circles, and they have meetings and praying over each other. And I'm just like, isn't that what y'all doing in here? This is literally what y'all doing in here. That's literally what you're meeting right now to do the very thing that I'm meeting. So I was just like, all right, whatever. So then she says, and this is the thing. She had the people on that stage rebuke me. Whatever she thought I was dealing with, she had them. So there was about 15, 20 people speaking in tongues. Y'all, and she was dragging me. She was like, yeah, you do all forms of spell work. I had 2 people inbox me about you right now. They telling me about you, and you do this spell work. So she kicked me to the audience. Then she had her and her homies send spells at me in tongues, y'all. So as soon as that started happening, y'all, I started laughing. Oh my God. Now y'all know me. I have an interesting sense of humor. I find many situations funny that are probably not, right? But I found it funny because I'm like, yo, you just accused me of using witchcraft and performing spell work, but you just literally had you and your apostles and prophets cursing me in tongues. Like, I swear to God, y'all just called me a bitch in Hebrew. I know that's what you called me, right? Shout outs to my people who can translate tongues. Like, I swear to God, you just called me a fucking bitch in Hebrew, bitch. I swear you did. So anyway, y'all. Hey V, how you doing? So I'm just, mind y'all, now I'm in the audience, right? I'm not on the stage no more. I'm just on the, no, I'm in the followed by speakers section. I'm not in the audience section. Mind you, I'm still followed by speakers on the stage. So I'm looking at all these people's mic going off, right? Because they're telling me like, no, 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 don't leave. Just observe. It's fine. You're fine. You're protected. Just watch. Yo, so I'm seeing, if y'all have ever been in Clubhouse, you know when somebody is talking because their mic would be going off. You'd see it. You see that they're speaking. Yo, when I tell you just about everybody on that stage was speaking in tongues against me, and literally, literally. So after a while, she said, yeah, because, you know, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Really, that's a death threat. That is a death threat, y'all. That's a major fucking curse. That's a spell, what you just said, right? And then she finally kicked me out the room. So I'm just sitting there, y'all. I swear to God, I was so calm because I was just like, wow, that was so informative. like, wow. You know, and I'm thankful for the growth because, like I said, coming up 10 years ago in my, you know, early 20s, that would have hurt me so bad, y'all. I would have cried. I would have went to my mom. I'd be like, I don't understand. I was praying for them, you know. She said that she wasn't feeling well. I prayed that she was at, you know, strength of body. I prayed that homegirl got her ministry. Like, I donated, like, and I gave a love offering, and they kicked me out. Like, I would have really been sad. But Tuesday night, I was in here cackling. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, whoa. So then, like, I had just spoke to the sis the day before. We were literally talking about that, like the church folks stoning you because your journey and your purpose is so opposite of theirs, and there's nothing you could do. Y'all, mind you, I didn't go into detail what I did. I just said I had a ministry of women and we come together, we pray over each other. This is what we literally do. I didn't go into, yeah, I used to be an oracle reader and I can scry and I can read water. Like, I didn't do all of that. It wasn't even necessary, right? So that situation happened. And anytime situations like that happen, and I had the message years ago, like y'all who are in the Divinity of Sex event, y'all who signed up for sensual worship, y'all who are in my sister's circle, y'all who came to the who enrolled in the Embodying the Goddess program, y'all know I've been talking about the church and the goddess for a long time. It's literally the foundation of what I do. It's literally the foundation. So there's a lot of messages that were coming in about the church for a long time that I have been sharing, but now it's speeding up. The messages are faster. There are days in between. So it's like, oh, it's how I know. It's kind of like how you can tell divine timing. You could kind of trace it almost. Not to interfere with it, but just kind of see, okay, the last time I had this vision was a year ago, and then somebody said this 6 months ago, but just for the past 4 days, this has been coming back to back. Oh, this situation's about to pop off soon, like very fast, right? So Tuesday night showed me a couple different things, and I want to go through some of the layers with y'all here, okay, right now. So the interesting thing about it is, like I said, and I just got chills. When I went into Clubhouse, I went straight to the followed by speakers section. I didn't go into the audience. So I went into a prophetic room where the prophets, the apostles, the elders, and the pastors who were on the stage already knew about me, bitch. They knew me. I didn't know them. Listen to what I'm saying to you, right? I didn't know these people. I never saw them. Matter of fact, I went to their profile and I was like, they follow me? Oh. I was kind of like, okay, cool. And that's why I settled in more, because I'm like, yo, they follow me. They fucks with the kid. They already know my work. There's no issues here. I'm great. I felt right at home even more than I already did, because I go to any place, in any area. It don't matter. What? So they had already followed me. The message came in is like, yo, your name is talked about in rooms you've never even stepped in. I've never been in that particular room. I've never seen those apostles and prophets and prophetess before. I've never seen them, but they followed me. They knew me before I walked in. Okay, that's one. Number two, When it was time for them to gang up on me, even those who followed me was still ganging up on me. So that's another thing, right? So you know me, you know my work, you subscribe to my platform, you support me and what I do, but when it comes time to throw the stones, you the first in line. Oh, okay, that's fine, that's cool, right? And it's just what's happening in the church. It's the same thing. You have people within these mainstream churches, within these Christian organizations, they know that shit is fucked up and they still go away along with it anyway. They still disrespect the sacred mother and the goddess and woman anyway. They still see the abuses and the traumas in the church. You don't even know how many women I know who were assaulted in the church or by somebody who was in the church every fucking week like clockwork. So many of us, and men too. Men too. So many atrocities have happened in church and nobody says anything. They sweep it under the rug. They disregard it. And instead of addressing the issue, they rather go after you. Excuse me. They rather go after you. You're a scapegoat. You're convenient. It's convenient for me to blame you because you bold enough to show up in your full authenticity. You bold. When it was time for you to come to the stage, you said who you are and what you're interested in and what you desire. You didn't shy away. They don't like that. So it's the same thing that happened to me. They were showing me the micro level so that you can understand the macro. This is happening on both scales. So this is the church. The church is disrespecting people, judging people, abusing and bullying, because what happened Tuesday was bullying. It was. Just because I wasn't like traumatized by it doesn't mean that it wasn't bullying, right? So that's what's going on in the church. People are standing up for truth. They're saying who they are and what they're here to do. And the church people and the organization is just disrespecting them and knocking them down over and over and over. But you support these people. In your own individual life, you with the shits. But in public, when it's time to stand up for somebody, you're not. You're keeping quiet. So all of those children who are abused by the religious system and the religious organizations, it's the same thing. Judgment is coming to the church because of that, because of what you did. Period. Like I don't know what else you want to say. Right? The spiritual bullying that's in the church. It's like crazy. The judgment is wild. Like y'all know what I do. I stand by what I do, but I'm also cool with you. I know people who are Buddhists. I know people who are Pentecostal, Apostolic, Catholic. What does that matter to me? I don't know how that affects me. Muslim, right? Because like I said, I went into that room. I showed love. I was with it. I was really committed, y'all. Like I was praying for them like I pray for myself and my own people, like how I pray for y'all in my community. I was like, yeah, yo, I want her to have an amazing ministry. Yeah, I want that. She wants a new house. I want that for her too. Shit, let me put some prayers up, right? I came in there with peace and love, but the church was like, yo, they literally sent death threats. I'm sorry. It's not funny. I'm so sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not. I'm so sorry. Hang on, y'all. It's not funny. I'm sorry. Let me stop laughing. But no, like they really fucking hang on, I'm just moving real quick. They really just hang on. Sorry. They really wish death on me. Thou shalt not suffer to die. That's a death threat. That's a biblical death threat. I didn't even say anything, right? I didn't say anything for you to do that. So the judgments that are in the church, that is why the current church is falling. And again, some people could be like, well, T, you know, just because you had that experience doesn't mean that the church is falling. Yo, like I said, been saying this for years. For years. It's in my programs. It's in my workshops. We talked about this in class. We talked about this through the virtual classes and through the physical classes in Connecticut and New York. Did I talk about it in New York? And in Georgia. At the retreat, we spoke about this. So this is really happening with the church. It's just speeding up, and they needed to show me a real live example. They needed me to see it in real time. They needed it to be me. Because if it was somebody else, I don't know. They could have been really hurt by it. But me, I'm in there laughing because I think it's funny. But it's also deep. It's also really deep. It speaks to a part of the mental illnesses that are in our community. The cognitive dissonance is amazing. Because like I said, she's like, well, you meet in circles and you meet in secrets with your women in their womb. What is the womb? What is the womb? What is the womb? So when she asked me what is the womb, that's when I was just like horrified. Because I was like, you don't know what the womb is? I didn't get that. So I felt kind of heartbroken because I'm like, wow, one of my sisters out here don't know what a womb is and don't know how connected she is. But again, I came from the church. They don't talk about this. But the lack of knowledge caused her to just completely just, y'all, wish the worst on me. Wish the worst. So the spell casting and the death threats, right? On how she was speaking tongues against me, and she had everybody else on the stage speak tongues. So y'all, so they was big mad. Like, she was really upset with me, like just really furious, right? Just really pissed off. Okay, I hope she's all right. But when that happened, it was telling me like, yo, that's spell work. So it came the message like, yo, they're really casting spells on you right now, T. Like they're cursing you now. And so, you know, y'all, I speak about this all the time, being able to sense when people are throwing negative attacks and psychic attacks at you. So I'm feeling it, but the message coming through like, no, you're fine. You don't need to leave. Oh, she exposed herself to her followers. Just wait and you will see. Sis, oh, we need to talk, sis. I'm gonna have to call business right now. Yes, sis, I'm gonna have to call you because you know what, I feel you on it. I feel you so strongly on that. Ooh. So the spell work, the curses, they literally, so her, the apostle, the prophet, right? She led the charge of throwing curses in tongues, y'all. And I was speaking with a sis over the past couple months, like being able to translate the tongues. And sometimes I'm able to like get what you're saying. And sometimes some people speak in tongues and I'm like, nigga, you ain't said shit. Shut up, right? Sometimes. It's not 100 like that. It's not always like bing, but sometimes I can feel it in my body. These people, a couple of those people was casting real life tongues, y'all. Real life spells, y'all. In real life. So I was just thankful right then because I was like, yo, thank you, like, creator. Thank you, ancestors, for like building up my spiritual protection so that this didn't hit me. Because to be able to perceive it, to perceive the wave of spells is pretty profound. So, you know, what I want to say that they get the work done. If they pray for something, because they've invested so much building up their own spiritual power, they do possess power. Yeah, they do. If they cast a spell, yeah, it's going to cast. It is. Hey, Greg, how you doing? How you doing, bro? You know, it is gonna cast. You know, weapons formed against you shall not prosper, but the motherfucker's gonna form, okay? The weapons gonna form, though. They're just not gonna prosper. So they were throwing spells at me, y'all. Curses and hexes. And I want to say this because that's why... Hold on, let me slow down because this is another thing. I'm so grateful for the relationship to the divine creator, y'all. Because like I was telling y'all, the master class that is coming out July 17th of this month, I wasn't going to create it. They had me put that master class together. And then one of the modules that they had me put in there was to navigate psychic attacks like a high priestess. You hear me? All right? Yo, I was in my crib tripping. Like, yo, y'all be fucking knowing. Like, so navigating psychic attacks like a high priestess. I put that module in the Pussy Portal Masterclass because as you're stepping into this power as the goddess, you will have energies come at you. You will have to go into battle. And look, it's 4-4. I just had 6 people in here, but now it's 4-4. You will have to know this. You will have to be able to sense somebody sending attacks to you and then be like, that's it? Like, that was like a waste of your time. Why would you do that? Because then it's going to bounce off of me. It's going to hit you. It's going right back to you. So you wild for throwing shit at me. You crazy. Hey, Adventure Barbie, how you doing? I hear you. Sis. She out here fucking wilding, sis. So it was just like triple confirmation. Like, yes, T, like, just surrender to the divine. Surrender. Hey, Steph, how you doing? Grand Rising. Sis, just triple confirmation. Like, keep going, keep following the messages, just do it, just surrender. You don't know why you're creating this, just create it, right? And then they brought me the situation. I've been feeling the attacks. Yes, sis, yes. And years ago, like I said, that situation would have completely broke me. I would have been so sad. Oh my goodness. I would have cried. I would have cried so hard. So afterwards, like I said, I'm so thankful they just had me be the observer and just witness this. You know, afterwards, I gave thanks because, wow, like, this lesson, this is profound. I did my cleansing and my prayer, my ritual, just like my normal routine, like I normally do. We go over that in the Pussy Portal as well, on how to navigate these things and cleanse your energy. And then I got right back in the motherfucking game because now it's so clear what it is. Now it's so clear to me. It's so crystal clear. It's just like, oh my gosh. This happened on the micro level in my life, and it is happening on the global level. So with the church, there is going to be a fall of the church. It just is. It's happening now. It's happening now. And like I said, the woman, when I said, yeah, we meet and we pray over the womb and the traumas passed down from our maternal bloodline, she didn't know what the womb was and she thought it was witchcraft. That was confirmation to me. Like, yes, T, we want you to liberate the women in the church because they don't even know what the womb is. They don't even know the power. And they're sitting in church and they are suffering and they're holding on to so much trauma and stagnant energy from their maternal bloodline, and they don't even know. They don't know. And they think it's the devil, and they think it's all this stuff, and they think it's a witch, and they think it's this, and it's like, no, baby, it's just unresolved trauma. Went all Paula White on you. It's just unresolved trauma. And it was just more confirmation, like, yo, you need to warn people about the church, right? So those of you, you have not been resonating with this church for a long time. It's just not feeding your spirit. Something's not right. They're not explaining it properly. Something in your soul is like, wait, but like, no, there's more. There's something here. This video is for you. This video is for you. You know that there is more. You know that the way the current church is being ran right now, it is corrupt. It is vile. It is abusive. It is traumatizing. It is negative. It is judgmental. Hey, Symphony, it's good to see you. Yes. It's judgmental. They don't have compassion. They don't have integrity. They don't care about the youth. They don't care about the children. They don't care about the brothers. They don't care about the sisters. They don't care about the mothers. They don't. And I just got chills. They've neglected the sacred woman. They neglected mama. And you have a bunch of women in church and men who don't feel fulfilled because they're stuck. They're stuck between what they were indoctrinated in, and they're stuck between what God is telling them for their soul's purpose. They're like here, they're in between. They don't know. They don't know what to do because their great grandma always did it this way. But they know that God has a different calling on their life, so they don't know what to do. And there's so much confusion in the church today. So much. So much. Along my journey, I don't know. I don't think I've ever worked with a woman who was not from the church or whose grandma was not in the church. I've never not worked with someone, man or woman or child, because I work with children too, who was not a part of the church. And it's the same thing with all of us. It's just our soul, our entire being is pulling us for more. But the church is saying, no, 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 you can't do that. Oh, no, you can't read for yourself. No, 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 no. No, you can't do that. Like, what? God is not confined into one box, into one church, into one ideology, into one, you're either Catholic or not, anything else is wrong. You're either apostolic or not, everything else is bullshit. You're either Muslim or not, or everything else is bullshit. That's not how God works. That makes no sense. No. And you still have the churches, especially the black churches, trying to confine God into one little thing and making it fit. It's like, no, you got the game fucked up, baby. You got the game wrong. You're wrong. And I came in here, y'all know my happy-go-lucky ass. I was happy. I was wishing everybody well. Listen, if I pray for you, you getting everything you want. A lot of these people in the room, they probably getting blessings right now that I helped them get. Real fucking talk. But the way they dragged me was crazy. Like I told you, I literally gave a love offering. Literally did. I was so fucking happy to be up there. And like I said, they already followed me. I didn't follow none of them before. I never seen them. But that's what I said, and I'll say it again. Your name is being spoken in rooms. Your name is being spoken in rooms that you have never stepped foot in. So y'all apostles and pastors and prophets got some explaining to do, because as much as a witch as you accuse me to be, you fucks with the kid. as much as you just cursed me, you literally sent spells and hexes to me in tongues. As much as you just did that, you still followed me and you spoke about me and you read up on me and you clicked on my name and you decided to follow me. And then you took it a step further. You went to my Instagram and you followed me on Instagram. And y'all, if y'all seen my Clubhouse profile, I say everything I do. I say what it is. I say exactly who I am. So if you follow me on Clubhouse, it's because you like the shit that I do. You like that I'm brave enough to say the things that I say. You like my style. You like how I breaks it down. And I don't even know who you are. I've never seen you. So this is what's going on. The hypocrisy. Pardon me. The hypocrisy, the judgment, the bullying. That was spiritual bullying just then, yo. I was just observing it like, yo, they're bullying the shit out of me. Huh. Wow. Like, I think she just called me a bitch in Hebrew. I swear she did. Wow. Huh. Like, I just donated to her ministry. Oh my God. She literally like wished death on me. She literally said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Bitch, you just cursed my life. Ooh. I say, pray, right, or think comes to pass. I have to be careful, set myself apart. The church is sinking like the walls of Jericho. Sis, you better say that today. It's happening, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've been saying it for years. And what's crazy was the video that I did right before this one. I referenced a video that I did several months ago. A video I did several months ago where I said that there was going to be a powerful leader that was going to fall. Powerful leaders were going to fall. Then in that video, and I remember Jessica was like, yup, I remember you said that, T. I remember you said that. Yup. And then now look at this situation, which happened on Tuesday, which is probably, I think, 1 or 2 days after. You remember that too, right, Yvonne? Yup. And exactly, Adventure Barbie. That's why you walked away from a congregation of people like that. Yup. And yeah, and if Yvonne remembers when I said that. Yup. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. So look, the message here. My lipstick is running off. And that was over 10 years ago and they still watching me. Yeah, sis. It's a bit bugged. So now the message here, y'all, when this happens, when these falls, they're gonna be like domino effects. Sorry, that was so messy. They're gonna be like domino effects. There's gonna be a fall after a fall after a fall after a fall. It's gonna happen like dominoes. These churches are gonna fall. There's going to be announcements. There's going to be messages sent out. For some, there's gonna be none of that. There's gonna be no follow-up like, hey, congregation, this happened. There's some of these churches, there's not gonna be any of that. Some of them, there is gonna be a kind of like to save face type of moment. Some of these pastors, these prophets, these elders, these evangelists, these ministers, these elders who are corrupt as fuck, they're gonna fall. Agenda based on political indoctrination. Listen, they're gonna fall. They're going to tell you about the sacred supreme mother. They're going to tell you because they don't have a choice. I keep on telling you, the mamas are on the planet. The goddess is here, the supreme mother. She's not playing. She's been kept out of the conversation for too long. She's been disrespected for too long. How do you know this is true? Look at the women in your life right now. Look at the women in your life. And you can see, wow, like they really dragged, they're really disrespected. Whoa. That goes on the macro level as well. With the goddess, with the supreme mother. With Mother Nature. You think she playing? And you can see it in my example. But y'all followed me. Y'all follow me on Clubhouse and Instagram. But you fucks with me. But you just dragged me. You just humiliated me. If I took it that way, right? It could have been a humiliating situation. You just humiliated me and embarrassed me in front of all of these people. Like 30, 40 people. Because that's what y'all do to mama. That's what you do to the goddess. You drag her. You milk her for what she has. You sit by her feet and you learn from her. And then when it's time to defend her, you throw stones at her. That's what's going on the planet. All right? So I need you to see that. You're going to have these churches fall. They're going to be replaced with a new regimen. A new regimen from manipulative doctrines. Yes. Yes. A new regimen of church. Where woman is divine again, where woman is sacred again, where the goddess is being honored again, the supreme mother is being spoken of again with honor and respect. That's my purpose. That's what I do. I've been doing this a long time. Y'all seen me. This has always been the message. Always. All these years, I have over 300 videos. This has always been the purpose. It's always been the motive. And now it's showtime. Certain people are being put into place to take up new leaderships within the church, within the temples. There's going to be a whole new way of life. And these people who are taking up these leadership positions, they're more inclined to honor women. Watch. 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 These new churches and temples, they're not going to neglect the goddess anymore, because the goddess going to knock your motherfucking house over. That's why. Because the goddess ain't nobody to play with. And she going to show you. That's why you got all this shit going on. Listen, okay? So, and another thing, like I said, you know, because there is going to be this revamp, it's completely changing the way you view the church and you view religion, right? Because I was telling you, as they're talking to me, they're clicking on my picture in Clubhouse to read my profile. So they're like, and this is another thing, don't be fooled, looks are deceiving. So they hear me talking about the liberation of the children of the Most High and honoring the mom in the womb. They hear me talking about prayer, but when they're reading my profile, it don't sound like, it's not what they're used to. It doesn't add up to the picture that they had in their mind of what a righteous woman looks like or an awakened woman looks like. I don't fit their picture of what a prophet looks like, or a minister looks like, or a missionary looks like. I don't sound like that. My profile don't read like that's what I do, but it is what I do. Y'all know it's what I do. You come to my shit. So y'all know that. But for them, I didn't fit their picture, their perception. So that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a reestablishing of the church. It's going to look completely different. It's going to have a whole new leadership. It's going to have people saying different things that they've never said before in the church. Like me, I say pussy. I say pussy, portal, and prayer. They don't say that in church, but if they did say that in church, do you know how much liberation would come about in the church? Do you know how many women would be liberated if they talked about the divinity of woman, like I've been talking about in my programs and workshops, and y'all give me testimonials? I know it changes your life because it changed mine. Can you imagine if these churches had that knowledge? Hang on. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if it's glitching on y'all end, but it's definitely glitching on mine. And I was saying it is thunderstorming here. It's rainy season, so that's probably why. But like I was saying, there's going to be a new leadership. It's important for you not to judge. It is not going to fit your idea of righteousness or awakening or holy or devoted or devout. It's not going to fit that mold. It's going to look a little bit different. And it's important that you don't judge. All right? Because the current system, the current church needs to be destroyed. It does. It does. It does. There's a bunch of lies that we have been fed, you know, to the so-called black church. There's a lot of lies that we've been following. We've just been pushing and promoting. It's caused so much corruption and abuse within our communities. It caused so much corruption. And I take it again, how they dragged me. I do so much good on this planet that some people will never even know about. I'm not going to tell them. But how I was just dragged in that room was like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, I see what this is going to be like. Some of y'all are going to be holding on to stagnant ass, putrid ass energy that's been the same for years. It's just been rotten for years. Your church community has just been rotten and putrefying for years, and you're going to be holding on to that shit. You're going to be holding on, and you're not going to want to accept the new, so you're going to have to burn down with everything else, because it's burning down. It's burning down. You could let go now or not. Defiled pulpits. Yep. That's why they set them out in 2020. Listen to me. Ooh. Whew, just got chills. Yeah. And the goddess is coming back in line. The goddess is not playing. The goddess is tired. She's been disrespected too long. She's not fucking having it no more. She's not. It's a wrap. I'm telling y'all, it's a fucking wrap. That's why a lot of these things are going on. Because the Supreme Mother is taking back her planet. And she's taking back her children. And that's what's happening. So again, y'all who are still with the church now, see, this is not for everybody. If you're still with the church but you feel God calling you out or calling you for more than what they told you you could be in the church, I'm talking to you. Let it go. Let it go. Purification, Sade, you are speaking spiritual prophecy. Hey, you called me my middle name. I felt that shit too. Sade has some power when you say it. Tierra Sade. My parents knew what they were doing. But yeah, there's gonna be a renewal. So let go, children of the Most High. You know who you are. You know who I'm talking to, because this will hit you right underneath your left rib. The left third rib under here is gonna hit you if this is for you. It's for you. All right. For those who have an issue with women and you have some issues with your mom, and issues with women equate to issues with your mom and the maternal energy. Watch the video that I just did with Love Mom. Heal the mom issues that you have. Heal that within yourself so that you can open yourself up to the goddess, to the sacred mother. You think that there's God the Father and there's no God the Mother? That's the problem with the church. They've just been lying. They've been lying about Goddess the Mother. And it's judgment day. It's reckoning time for the church. It is, y'all. I wouldn't say shit to scare y'all. It is. It's a day of reckoning for the church because you've neglected and you defiled and you disrespected the mother of the planet, the goddess. Y'all know I could talk about this all day. This is my life, yo. It's my life. So I could talk about this all fucking day. So, peep this 4 years ago when I left. They still waiting for my return. Yeah, Marcavia, yeah. Yup. Y'all know. Y'all been feeling it a long time because that's the thing. A lot of us, we've been sitting in that church. We're so connected to the Most High, it don't make no damn sense. We're so connected, but then we have this system in place that tells us, oh, no, you have to have a middleman. You got to go to the priest or you got to go to the pastor first. Or no, you can't do that. You can't play secular music even though you have a gift of song, an instrument, and you can awaken those who are asleep. No, keep that in the church. You can't do that. Like what? Like just so much stuff. So much stuff. Oh yeah, we understand that there has to be a mother God too, but we're not going to talk about the mother God. We're just going to talk about the Father and Jesus. We're not going to really talk about her like that for real. Or we're going to take Lilith out the Bible, or we're going to flip this script a little bit. We're not going to really tell you that there was holy women in the Bible and priestesses. We're not going to tell you that. There's a lot that the church has to answer for. A lot. And the black churches, they have been following the bigger churches. It was prophesied in the same Bible they read that this would happen. Yeah, what? Yeah, absolutely it is. Yes, it absolutely is, sis. That'd be the fucking irony of it. That'd be the wild shit about it. But yeah, with our black churches, there's so much more. There's just so much that's there. And there's a judgment coming. There's a judgment coming. And I you know, the advice, there's many different forms of advice here. It's just really follow your soul, follow the call. You know that you're a good person. You know that the Most High is not going to have you out here wilding. So you know, you can understand the voice of God. Listen to the voice of the Most High. You know what it is. You know what you're being called to do. You know. I had a family member, she couldn't, she was in an abusive marriage and she couldn't divorce because of the church. But meanwhile, she was going through years of abuse and adultery, years of infidelity, because she couldn't get a divorce. And then she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to leave this church and get a divorce because I'm tired of getting hit. I'm tired of my children seeing me get hit and disrespected and get hurt. So she left the church, got her divorce, and changed her entire life, lives a completely different life. So the church has a lot to answer to as far as spiritual bullying and imprisonment, abuse, neglect, abandonment, lies, corruption, child abuse, child sexual abuse. Oh my, like the list goes on and on and on. Murder for hire, I just heard. Ooh, murder for hire. Y'all, that's it. That's it. Like, I don't know what else. They hit me with that. I mean, it's not a surprise, but damn, I didn't expect it to come right then like that. But a lot of things they're gonna have to answer to. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Like, Tuesday night was a real, I needed that because it was just more confirmation, like, yes, keep doing what you're doing. Just living and walking in your purpose goes against the establishment. You don't even gotta try. Mind you all, I didn't even try. I didn't say, oh, your path is wrong, I can't believe y'all are in here doing this. I didn't say none of that. I was really supportive. I thought what they were doing was great. I don't have to follow Jesus. I'm still going to support you, and I hope that you have an amazing life. Why wouldn't I want that? That's weird. But the way that they just completely cursed me and sent spell work and all sorts of stuff, man, look, y'all got to answer to that. Y'all got to answer to that. Because the ancestors treat me like a baby. So they don't play about me. I don't even know what's going to happen to y'all. Why y'all did that. I don't know. I can't be involved with it. So I just got to move on with my purpose, right? And it sucks because, like I said, it's sad. It shows the hypocrisy. Because like I said, when I walked in there, y'all followed me. Y'all prophets and y'all apostles. Y'all knew who I was. I don't know who you are. So the hypocrisy is so real. It's so incredible. You know? Sis was saying, oh yeah, what did I say? Oh yeah, I can't go into a church talking what I do because they'll stone me. And she was like, well, I already been there, done that, and gave me fucking chills because I was like, oh shit, that's word. That's real. When she said it, it felt so real. And then for this situation to happen, so it was just like confirmation for us, like, yeah, you literally doing what you do, these establishments are not gonna like you. You're literally their enemy, just off the strength of you existing. But you do have to come into union with other people like you for the protection, because what if I wasn't trained on how to navigate and feel psychic attacks? Y'all, these were prophets and apostles who have been in their industry for decades. Yeah, Steph, reach out to me, sis. DM me or email me or something. These were prophets, these were oracles, okay, who have been in this business excuse me, in this industry for decades, okay, for 20 years, 15, 30 years. So when they pray, they got weight to it. So I don't want you to think that, you know, they was just spitting some little prayers. God has no gender. I don't want you to think that they were just spitting some little prayers and they was just little lightweight prayers. They had power behind the spells that they were throwing at me. You hear me? They were hexing blessing me with power in tongues. Okay? So that's why I'm grateful for this path and the training, and just to go deeper in my spiritual foundation, so that I could be so protected that I can sense and perceive what you're doing, but it's not gonna knock me over. You're not knocking me over with that little ass shit. As big as it was still little ass shit. So again, that's why navigating psychic attacks like a high priestess is in the Pussy Portal Masterclass. That starts July 17th, y'all. It's early enrollment. Get in where you fit in. You already know how I do. If you want to get in a program that I'm doing, I will make sure that you get in. Just make sure you hit me up. Send me a message. Send an inquiry. Sis, I want to be in a Pussy Portal Masterclass, but my money a little funny. What can you do for me? Talk to me. Let me know, okay? Because we're going to need this. If the conversations over the past couple months and over the past couple days, if Tuesday's incident wasn't clear, it should be clear now. It should be clear now why we need this, why we need to be tapped in. So yeah, y'all, that's all. I needed to say that to y'all, and I told y'all this happened Tuesday. I just really needed like a day to kind of like feel it out and meditate on it, and make sure that, you know, the Most High wanted me to share this with you, and it wasn't just, girl, what happened to me? I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be a message for y'all in due time. So, you know, that's why I'm here today on Thursday to share with y'all, because it's like, yeah, I basically had to go ahead, like, yeah, you can share this. They need to know this. Oh, so yesterday, right? Yesterday I was in prayer and Pussy Portal. Pussy Portal and prayer. And I had a vision of chains falling off of people. Y'all, as soon as I saw big, thick ass, heavy ass chains, as soon as I saw those chains fall off of people, I just started crying immediately. I don't know if y'all ever done that. Like, immediately you're in full-on tears, like just dripping snots and just tears. I was in full-on tears because I saw those chains, and I was just praying for people, because I'm like, yo, chains are being released from the people, like ripple effect. It's crazy how fast this is happening, y'all. Then I told y'all that anytime I'm told to open up the Bible or open up any book or do any form of study, that I do it. So I opened up to I opened up to Acts. I opened up the book of Acts. Was it chapter 12? I think it was chapter 12, verse 10. I don't know, y'all. Let me know if you know. But I think in Acts chapter 12, it talked about the chains being released. So as soon as that, I fell over. Because that wasn't the scripture that I was just planning to read. Because I'm an intellectual. I like to study. So I study stuff. And that wasn't what I was going towards. But it had opened up. Read this, Acts, and my thumb landed, I think it was Acts chapter 12, verse 10. And it said the chains was being broken from the people. And that was my vision. That was my vision beforehand, y'all. So this is happening. Period. It's a matter of time. So what y'all need to do, like the divine, if you align with this, the divine is going to bring in situations to confirm certain things for you. You'll start to just hear things on the radio, or somebody will say something, or you'll have a dream, or you'll just have this memory or this knowing, and it'll confirm what we're talking about right here, right now. For those of you who are biblically inclined, or you like to read the book, you like to read the Bible, check out Acts chapter 12. I'm going to get the actual verse. I'm going to confirm the verse for you, and I'll put it in the comments, or the comments of this video, or in the community tab. because sometimes after these live streams, it takes a while for them to upload the video. So if it takes a while, I'll just post it in the community tab. All right. So yeah, but if you resonate with this, hold it close. Go to the Most High. Go to Mother, Father, God, and pray about it. And be like, yo, was Tiara fucking tripping when she was talking about this? Or can you shed a light on this from our own well-being? I always recommend that. I always tell y'all, don't believe anything I say. Go to your guidance. Go to your altar. Go to your ancestors. Go to your prayer circles and meditate on it and see what messages come through for you. But so yeah, take that to the Creator and ask what it is that you need to do. Some of y'all, you're meant to lead or be a support to those who are establishing these new churches, these new temples. Okay, listen. Peace, tea, and everyone. Hey, Elisumbo, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Some of y'all are meant to help. Some of y'all are meant to help build. Some of you are meant to be lovers of. Some of y'all are meant to be benefactors for, investors for these new churches and communities. All right, so see where it is that you're needed. See where you're needed. I'll tell you right now, I'm needing people. I'm needing people. Tiara is hiring. Yeah. Okay, you want to intern? You want to volunteer? What's up? Come through, because this is big. Right? This is a big deal. The women who come into my programs and my workshops and my sister circles, you come under my team. You come a part of the team, because now I know that you're committed, you're doing the work. I see you doing the work. I see you doing it. So it's like, now I want to fucks with you. Now I want to talk to you. I need your help, sis. I need your help with this, brother. I need you to do something. Like, I need this. This has to happen, because in a lot of situations, y'all, some of these things are going to come about suddenly. Suddenly. I was saying in a couple videos. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. It kind of knocked me a little bit. But I saw that. Thank you, Elisumbo. You said I name it. I got it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to y'all momentarily about certain things. Yeah, because certain things are gonna have to fall into place. Yep. But again, let me get off here, y'all. Pussy Porter Masterclass, July 17th. Come through. Come through. Let's get this work. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what it is. So let's